Hello. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend as always. This week we have lots of fun stuff coming up. It's also definitely peak allergy season for me, so I apologize if I'm a little sniffly as we go through here, but hopefully it'll be okay. And it looks like things are working and the stream is going, so I am so excited to officially welcome you to this week's live Monday Music Motivation, where we are going to be talking about conquering the fast notes and sort of that fast note or fast finger freak out that we all get when we see maybe a run of 16th notes or sextuplets or septuplets or those really fast runs in the music, or sometimes like measures and measures where it almost feels like a whole entire page of just straight 16th notes. This especially happens if you're working on your rose etudes on clarinet. Those even rose etudes are a great opportunity for fast finger freak out, where it's just literally a solid page of 16th notes for most of them. But there is a way to actually conquer those fast notes, and there is a way to actually confidently play those and feel in control of all those notes flying by. And that's what I want to talk about this week and what I want to challenge you to do. When I was working on my recital that happened at the end of February, I had a lot of fast notes in there that when I first started learning them, I was freaking out a little bit, but I did the work, and by about a week or two before the recital, I was actually feeling pretty comfortable and felt like, these notes are really fast, but I'm in control of them, and I was almost a little bit like surprised at how quickly I was able to comprehend those notes and how quickly I was able to wiggle my fingers to make it happen. So I want to share a little challenge for you to sort of motivate you and inspire you this week to take this on and try to tackle some of those fast notes in your music. So what did I do for my recital to go from sight reading something totally freaked out, not even close to being able to play it at tempo, to actually comfortably and confidently doing it? Step one was to do it comfortably and confidently, which may seem counterintuitive because that was the last step, but how did I do that in the beginning? Well, the secret to that, and the thing that I really want to encourage you to do, is I went slower. Really, really, really slow. There were some parts on that program that I practiced at half speed, maybe even, if I'm remembering right, I might have even done a quarter speed on some of the things. And as I'm preparing for Black Dog, I'm playing Scott McAllister's Black Dog at the beginning of May, which I'm very excited about. That piece has some crazy fast stuff, and there's lots of parts in there that I started working on at half speed, and at least two parts that I've literally done at quarter speed, and I'm still practicing at quarter speed pretty regularly. So that's step one, is to go slower. And the idea here is to go slow enough that it's comfortable, that it's easy, that you can do it and be in control of it, and most importantly, be correct with it. And what I mean by correct is rhythmically accurate, knowing how all of the rhythms slot into the steady beat. You've slowed down the steady beat enough that you can confidently know that you're slotting it into the steady beat correctly, and you can confidently get your fingers to where they need to be to hit the notes at that speed, which is the benefit of slowing down. And that's why that is number one most important first step for really conquering the fast notes, is go slow enough you can do it comfortably. Step two, very, very important also, is to make sure that you're actually doing it evenly and precisely and using the metronome on it. The reason why the metronome is so important is because when we're playing something and we know that it's really fast, because we have that end goal in mind of how you want to perform it, and that end goal is very fast, and you're practicing half of that tempo, it's going to be so tempting to rush because you're hearing it at full speed. You know how it goes at full speed, but you're practicing half tempo, and there's sort of that, like, almost feels like magnetism trying to pull you to that tempo that you eventually want to go. So if you aren't doing it with the metronome, you're going to get pulled faster and you're going to end up gradually speeding up. This is my favorite use of the metronome, is not to keep you going fast enough or keep you going at tempo or even gradually working up to tempo. The best use of the metronome is to keep you from rushing and keep you playing steady at the slow tempo. So that's step 2 for this challenge, is to do it with the metronome as you're going slow. And you may be thinking too, like, oh, this is easy. I can play it fine at this tempo. I don't even need to do it with the metronome because it feels so comfortable and easy this slow. That's exactly when you need the metronome. That's the best time to be using the metronome, is to make sure that you're really locking into the steady beat, perfectly even rhythms, really precise. And as a quick little bonus tip, this will also be extremely beneficial because doing it with the metronome will force you to think about it a little bit more. It'll force you to connect with exactly the steady beat and get the rhythms perfectly precise. And by engaging with it more, you're actually going to encode that information into your brain better. And that encoding at the slow tempo is the secret to going faster. And actually, I'm going to be going really in depth with that on this Saturday, April 20th. If you are watching this live on April 15th or catching the replay the week of April 15th, then that means you still have time to catch the live workshops that I'm going to be doing for all True Rhythm Mastery owners. The workshop on Saturday is going to be all about this fast note stuff. And like I said, that's a little teaser. We're going to be talking about how to encode the fast notes deeply enough into your brain that they turn into that sort of muscle memory and can go on autopilot, and you can feel confident, comfortable, and in control even at your very fast tempos. And then Friday, April 19th, will be one of the other 3 workshops where we'll be programming in automatic rhythm patterns, looking at tricky rhythm patterns that come up pretty regularly, and seeing how to make them automatic. Then Sunday, the 3rd of the workshops, will be working on hot seats Q&A, so you can bring any of your unique rhythm questions. I'll help you through it, show you how to approach a specific rhythm that you're struggling with, and also probably give you some exercises to build general rhythm foundation. So that's April 19th, 20th, and 21st of 2024, and these workshops are only for True Rhythm Mastery owners. So if you are a True Rhythm Mastery owner, then mark your calendars and you'll be getting an email with the Zoom links for that. If you are not an owner of my rhythm course, True Rhythm Mastery, then there's a link in the description, quickstartclarinet.com/rhythm, where you can check that out. Now is a fantastic time to get enrolled in that so that you can attend those 3 live workshops. But whether you're able to make those or not, I challenge you this week to go slow on your fast notes. Do it with the metronome at the slow, comfortable, confident, in control speed, and see what that does for your fast notes as you progress through the week. And last but not least, as we do on every live Monday Music Motivation, is you can go ahead and put that into your practice template. So let me get this pulled up to sort of show you. I haven't done mine yet, so I'm going to be doing it with you right after this video, filling out my practice template. But here is what it looks like. It's the date for the week, reflection of how things are going, goal for what you want to accomplish this week, and then your plan for when you're going to accomplish it. To see an example, this is mine from last week. So I put in the times of what I'm going to be practicing, BD is Black Dog for the Scott McAllister concerto that I mentioned. So I know exactly when I'm going to work on things and what I'm going to work on. I have a very concrete goal for what I'm trying to accomplish this week, so I can just take it one step at a time. Oh, Monday, that's my practice time. It's in my calendar. I've set the reminders. That's what I'm working on. Done. Next thing, all with the weekly end goal in mind. And then I accomplish that goal and accomplish the next goal and accomplish the next goal. And after a few months of doing that, you'll be shocked at how much progress you've made and how much you've moved in the direction you actually want to move. Instead of just aimless, sort of pointless practicing the way that you always do it, it's goal-oriented, it's scheduled, you're committed to it, and you're growing and moving where you want to be in your clarinet and music journey. So that's all I got for today. Hopefully this was a little bit of good insights for you. Again, if you want some awesome rhythm workshops coming up this weekend, as well as an awesome rhythm course to help you not just master rhythm, but also conquer fast notes and feel less freaked out when you encounter fast notes and fast fingers, then go to quickstartclarinet.com/rhythm to check that out. Hopefully I will see some of you live on Friday, and I hope you all have a fantastic week of practicing, a fantastic week in general, and I will see you next week on the next live Monday music motivation.